That book. You can read it 100 times and get something new. Thankfully, I've read Spring Peepers about 70 times. So I was able to go through these sheets because when I was reading Amber's bio, it just went off into the dark world with nothing else. But then I found on another page, because it's not numbered, I found the rest of it. So during Spring Peepers, I was able to save this bio. Amber Edmondson is a poet and book artist who lives in Michigan's Upper Peninsula near Lake Superior. Her work has appeared in Border Crossing, Menacing Hedge, and Stirring, a literary collection, among others. Her first chapbook, Darling Girl, is available from Nancy Girl Press. Her chapbook, Lost Words on the Iron Range, was recently published by Pork Belly Press. Amber has 2 books that she's releasing tonight. So, Amber, come to the podium and read. Yeah. It looks like Janeen and Mills have appeared, so let's go back to the 10 minute. And just so Janeen and Milt know, Jesse's going 3rd. So either Janeen, you and I go 4th, or Milt goes 4th.
Yay!
Thank you to Rick and Janeen for putting this on. This is great. So I'll be reading first from Lost Birds of the Iron Range. I've lived in the UP for about 10 years now, and this collection is sort of my love letter to, can you hear me? Oh no.
Just move the podium up since there's nobody in the front row. Come forward about 8 feet.
And then shut. So this book is my love letter to the land and the history. I hope in a way that doesn't romanticize that history. Motherlands 1. Daughter packs a suitcase. She fills it tenderly. Candlesticks, linens, anything of this life that fits. A bundle of rosemary, bed sheets, leaving a space the shape of a cage. The simple brown bird she knows will not survive the ocean voyage. Won't survive until the home where she must live while her husband works in copper mines. She calms its panic, this bird from the trees, calms its slamming heart, her fingers pressed to feathers, and she closes the wire door. A stowaway, a secret, a weathered map leading back home. So you'll meet some characters throughout this book. And this one is the historian. The historian wants this to be clear. Some are unbelievable. The bird which, as it died, produced a melody one might hear in finely carved music boxes of bone. The saffron-colored bird, whose feathers could be unraveled as long single fibers and woven on looms brought from the homeland. The ones roosting in rafters by the thousands, their tiny, vibrating bodies, together enough to warm the drafty backcountry cabins. The historian's job is to remove the projection, the longing which colors the facts. Motherlands 2. One, they say, is small enough to fit inside the belly of a carved wooden teaspoon. No, into the bell of a candle snuffer. No, inside a coil of rosary beads stowed in the pockets of a tattered coat, or with scarce luggage down below, its contents rocking back and forth with the ship, with the waves. The second character is the historian's apprentice, who maybe offers a little bit of a different story. The historian's apprentice poses a query. 1. And what of the birds who simply nested beneath the arch of the oardock, or on the girders of the lift bridge, who mated above the limestone cliffs, their delicate speckled eggs hidden in blueberry thickets, or the woven reeds of summer's snowshoes? 2. Suppose some of this is true. Suppose the girl who lifted a bird from the bottom of the well where her sister had died. Suppose the luminescent mineshaft birds. Suppose their cardamom-scented plumage. Suppose motherlands. Adaptation. In Copper County peat bogs, harvesters unearth a small flock, perfectly preserved, each opalescent feather in place, sturdy keratin outgrowths, radiant against the forest tones of leaf, mud, and stone. Sunlight catching edges, old-growth hardwood on fire. At night, the men learn the birds still luminesce, fragile and ghostly, the way we understand things under the ocean to look, where light is so scarce, they must produce their own. The historian explains the process. What we know, we've had to gather from what is written. Journals of loggers, miners' daughters, letters unsent. Bible marginalia, birch paper etchings tacked to wood plank walls. What is written and what is kept. Wedding rings, porcelain bowls, christening gowns. Sometimes fragile bones kept as specimens or abandoned, behind churches, under beds. What we know, we've had to gather.
We're winging it.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
It's laissez-faire at this point.
681 for yes.
The historian's apprentice shares a secret. The historian imagines a tomb, a kind of ark beneath the iron, where each bird returns to die. Each mystery laid in tidy piles of bones and beaks and feathers and nests. What is written removed from what is true. He wants to find this cave one day, the last day, by the lake or within the tangled roots of upturned trees. He wants to find it and lie on the ground. Wants to fold his bones into the shape of bird bones, to caress his face with their feathers, waiting for mother to return, her warmth resisting this northern breeze.